Guys, Michael Edward here with True Trading Group. January 11th, all about CNET. Stop whatever you're doing, shut off the TV, put your phones on silent, sign out of Facebook, because I'm about to go through multiple lessons that we can take away from this CNET trade. I pulled out 31% in total gains in two separate trades in this CNET. But there's so many lessons to be learned from this trade. There's a VWAP lesson. There's a Fibonacci retracement lesson. There's a volume lesson. There's a mental lesson. There's so much to learn from this trade. There's also a chart pattern lesson. Okay? So stop what you're doing. Pay close attention to this video. Grab a pen. Grab a pen and paper. Take notes, guys, because this is going to be a really informative video that I want you to review afterwards. Watch it again and really go through the lessons, because there's so much to learn from this CNET trade. And I'll start in the very beginning on the very first trade. To do so, let me zoom in. Here we are. CNET, right after 10 o'clock, has a big, strong, explosive move on really strong volume. You can see the volume that came in there just after 10 a.m. Okay, now you start to see a gorgeous bull flag pattern form. This is lesson number one. Here is a beautiful, picture perfect, absolute textbook bull flag pattern. Okay, here is heavy volume on the way up. So when the flagpole is created, you want to see heavy volume on a bull flag. You then want to see decreasing volume while the stock consolidates and you form that flag. Then you want to see real strong volume when the stock breaks out of that flag. Textbook bull flag pattern. Strong volume on the way up, light volume on the consolidation, strong volume on the breakout. Beautiful bull flag pattern. Does not get much more cleaner than this, okay, as far as the bull flag setup is concerned. But I also want you to now look at the Fibonacci retracement level. Okay, here's your Fibonacci retracement level from the low to the high. At the time, this was the high of the day before it broke out. From low to the high. The 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level lines up absolutely perfectly with the bottom trend line of the flag, and it also lines up perfectly with the VWAP. 3 support indicators converging on the same price point. Okay, the bottom support trend line of the bull flag, the 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level, and the VWAP, all right at that same price point. Picture perfect. You then see the stock break up and out of that bull flag, and I missed it. Yeah, I missed that move. This takes me to our next lesson. The last video that I just posted, okay, if you didn't see it, go back, watch the last video that I just posted. I talked about 2 lessons that we learned in LEDS and GENE just the day before, yesterday. And it talks about not giving up on strong stocks. If you miss the first move in a stock, don't get upset. Stay focused, because if the stock is truly strong, it'll give you another opportunity later in the day. Some of our members in chat caught this bull flag setup. Okay, I didn't. I did not enter this trade inside this bull flag. I did not enter it right when it broke out of that bull flag. But I came on live audio when I saw that real strong volume increase as it broke through the high of the day. And I said, guys, watch for the high of the day to now hold support. So let's draw a line right across the high of the day. There it is at 640. Okay, the high of the day was actually 641. And I said, once it broke through right here on that real strong volume bar, the strongest volume candle of the whole day, I said, look for the next candle to hold support at that previous high, and boom, there it is. The low of that candle is $6.40 on the button. Okay, the stock then starts to push. I jump in long at $6.50 right there. Take it to my trade announcements. Here it is, guys. These are my trade announcements I send out live in chat every single day in real time. 10:44 a.m. Long CNET 650, stop loss 635. Okay, back to the chart. Stock starts to push, breaks through the high of the day. I take some profit off the table. We'll go back to the alerts. 685 for a 5% gain, then 703 for an 8% gain, and then my final take profit at 11:15 a.m. Final take profit $8 for a 23% gain on my final piece of that position. And this brings me to my next lesson. Now that high of the day has broken, okay, we have to adjust the Fibonacci retracement. Okay, that the Fibonacci you draw from the low of the move to the high of the move. But now the high of the move is no longer 640. It's now 710. Here's your high, your new high of the day now. Notice how CNET then started to hold above the 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level. You don't see that often. Okay, the 23.6, a stock holding above the 23.6 Fibonacci level is the most bullish signal that the Fibonacci indicator can give you. Okay, it shows that a stock has pulled in the least amount after making a big move higher. So once you saw CNET hold and consolidate above that 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level, you start to look for an extension move because the stock's not pulling back in. It didn't pull back in and retest that previous high. Okay, it just consolidated and ended up breaking through the high of the day right here. And then look at that volume. That is the definition of strong, consistent volume. You see candle after candle after candle after candle, steady, consistent, increasing, strong, heavy volume. And once we saw that, when the stock broke through the high of the day right here, that's when I came on. I said, guys, I think the stock is going to push based on the how heavy the volume was and how heavy the volume was coming in at the time. I said, I think this CNET's going to make a push. My target's $8. Surely enough, the high of the day, $8.29, and I got flat at $8. Taking my trade announcements again, 11:15 a.m. Final take profit seen at $8 for a 23% gain on the final piece of my position, and it was just an absolutely beautiful trade. Okay, and there's a lot to learn. You have a bull flag pattern. You have 3 support indicators kicking in at the same price point with the VWAP, the 38.2 Fibonacci level. Let me go back. Here it is. So your 38.2 Fibonacci retracement level, the VWAP, and the bottom trend line of that bull flag. So 3 support indicators converging on the same price point. Again, that bull flag, heavy volume on the way up, decreasing volume as the stock consolidates. Boom. Heavy volume as the stock breaks out. Now, mental lesson. I missed that move. Don't get upset. Don't get frustrated. Look for another opportunity because if the stock is truly strong, you will have another shot and more opportunity. If the stock just did a one and done, it's not truly strong. So if the stock is truly strong, you'll get more opportunity. So don't be frustrated if you miss the first move or the second move. Stay focused and look for that other opportunity. So once the stock broke through the high of the day on strong volume, you look for that previous high to act as support. Stock pulls in, holds that support, bang, I get long. Stock starts to push. I take a little bit of profit, lock in those gains. Fibonacci retracement level needs to be adjusted now because we have a new high of the day. Stock holds above that 23.6 Fibonacci level. Bullish signal out of that Fibonacci. Boom, stock breaks through the high of the day. Volume lesson. Strong, consistent, increasing volume bars when the stock breaks through the high of the day. That's the kind of volume you want to see when a stock breaks through the high of the day. every time a stock breaks the high of the day, you want to see volume increase from the previous high. Okay, so when the stock broke through the high of the day right back here, you want to see the volume be higher than that break on the second break. And that's how you know that the stock is going to start to push. So once I saw that heavy volume come in and I saw the stock was holding above that 23.6 Fibonacci retracement level, the chances of getting an extension move become much greater, and my final take profit at $8 for a 23% gain. This is one of the most perfect chart setups that you can learn from, because there's so much along the way, and there were so many pieces of this setup and so many different lessons that you can learn. So focus on this chart setup, rewatch this video, and go through it, because there's so much to learn, guys. There's so much to learn from this setup. It was absolutely a thing of beauty. What a great day in chat today. But we weren't done. After that 23% gain, I said, guys, we got to look to see what happens with this stock during lunchtime. We might have more opportunity in the afternoon. So let's pan out. Here we are. Okay, what I started to notice, oh, we got to adjust our Fibonacci retracement level now, because now we have a new high of the day. Low of the move to the high of the move. What I started to notice was the previous high, which was, this is the previous high, converge on the same price point as the VWAP and the 38.2 Fibonacci level again. 3 support indicators lining up on the same price point. And I said, guys, I really want to see that 715 area, which was around that previous high, hold support throughout lunchtime. It cracked below that just before 12:30. I was a little disappointed about that. I didn't have a position at this point. But look where the stock held. The 50 Fibonacci retracement level, and then very quickly popped back above VWAP, popped back above the 38.2 Fibonacci, popped back above that previous high. And then for the entire rest of the afternoon, the entire rest of lunchtime, you see this stock hold above that VWAP, that previous high, and that 38.2 Fibonacci level. This is when I said around 1:30, guys, look for an increase in volume on that CNET as we roll out of lunchtime for a possible break through the high later in the day. Right before 2 o'clock, right when you want to start to see strong stocks gain volume, look at this beautiful, increasing, steady, consistent volume as the stock busted through this 750 that was some resistance throughout lunchtime, and I got long right here at $7.70. Take it to my trade announcements. 1:57 p.m. long CNET 770. Stop loss 730. Back to the chart. It was the volume that started coming in, guys, that made me feel confident we were going to break through the high of the day. And sure enough, that previous high was 829. Stock breaks through that high, puts in a new high of 840. I took some off at 810 for a 5% gain. And then I took the bulk of my profit off at 833 for an 8% gain. And I held on to some because there was just so much day left. It was just after 2 o'clock. We had so much day left. So when I saw the volume really starting to come in, I thought maybe this might just run to $9-10 in the afternoon. So I wanted to hold on to a piece of my position. I ended up getting stopped out on that final piece right here at 745. That's a 3% loss on that final piece of my position. But still net profitable on the trade. I took 5%, 8% on the bulk of my position. And then the small piece I was still holding, I lost 3% on. So still a nice addition to my trade in the morning. And the lesson on this trade is really all about looking for stocks that hold above support levels throughout lunchtime. And then when the stock was strong in the morning, once you get around that 2 o'clock time frame, that 2 to 2:30, you look for an increase in volume, because if you get that increase in volume, typically you see another move and the stock will at least go and test the high of the day. And that's exactly what happened in CNET. It didn't have enough juice to continue, ended up pulling back in later in the day. but still a great trade opportunity and a way for me to add to an already very nice profitable day. And I needed this CNET because I took a loss on another trade earlier in the morning. And I was actually net negative on the day before that first CNET trade was a monster win. That 23% on my final take profit made back all my loss, brought me into the green. And then that second trade was just icing on the cake to add to a really nice green day, 31% in total gains on 2 trades in CNET. And there's a lot to learn from this stock today. So go back, rewatch this video, take notes, so that next time you start to see this setup and you start to see all these bullish signs that the stock was giving us today, you'll be ready to jump, act, and profit. I'll see you guys in chat tomorrow.